What's up, everybody? Welcome to BECKONED Development Weekly Stream, episode 69. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Here we are. We're back. Who we got in here? We got Noah. We got Collision Bomb. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We got Reese. Reese, what's up? What's up? And then D. Handsome face D. And he's saying, thank God it's Friday as well. Guys, thanks for showing up. Yes, we're back. I sent Dwight the link. I think he's driving home right now, so he might pop in a little bit later. But as far as what I've been doing, I've been planning. So comic book is coming along in the thumbnailing process pretty well, and this is my last page plan out. So I've got my Act 1, my Act 2, and I'm starting to get into the beginning of my Act 3. So working on those for tonight, but just a few things. Hopefully everybody's been getting their emails and they got their funding returned to them. If you guys don't or have not had that happen yet, do let me know, because everything has been, from what I've been gathering, people I've talked to, they've already got their emails. Everything got sent back to them supposedly fine. So if you're not seeing that, let me know. I need to make an update and put it up on the Indiegogo page still. I mean, because you could still visit it. You just can't, so it's there in all of its glory still, so I can still update it. And that way, if you're needing to find a spot to get a hold of us in any way and want to do it through Indiegogo, that would be a good way to do it. But I need to go ahead and basically send that update to kind of close it out. I've been trying to stay focused in getting the comic book ready and going. And I was kind of moseying about it in my own way, because this is my first time kind of doing it. So, but not my first time trying to tell a story. So with Joe and Noah coming in and helping me figure out a lot of the technical stuff. Hey, you want to kind of do it this way. You want to do it that way. Keep your page turns, then composition, just make sure the flow is going well. So the big thing is thumbnail it small and thumbnail it quick. And I'm saying, like, Joe was sending me something like this, and he's got a character right here that's in the foreground screaming up. So, let's just say a sword's there, and in the background is this giant dragon or the Balrog or whatever. Hey, you shall not pass. There you go. And so that would be a thumbnail. So that's what him and Noah have been trying to kind of drill into my head. And it's like, yeah, I got you. I'm wanting to be a lot more careful. And Joe kind of laughs on the side and like, hey, you're kind of going overboard with it. But so you can see kind of, I've made my own like side page notes. This is the stuff that's happening in this. This is what I'm supposed to be trying to convey here. And I'll be running that around to a few of the guys. It's Fractal Friday, yeah. But yeah, I'll be sending that to like Noah and Joe to kind of go over, and maybe one other comic book person to kind of review it and check it out. I would love to get as many of those guys on it as I can before I finalize anything, but we all kind of have to jump in with our own feet, so that's kind of what I'm about to do here. Now, the original story was for this comic book was actually another, like, if I got all the way to this point, the rest of the book, it would be a whole other half. So it came down to pacing. Can I still tell a story of a guy who has a real bad day at work and have it end well? As a volume 1, yes. So volume 2 will pick up after that and basically bring us all the way up to the prologue of the game. Now, something I haven't told anybody, but something that's been kind of on everybody's mind is what connection does Taj and all those kids have to that prologue. And it's not hard. There's a pretty large time jump between that prologue and the beginning, the actual beginning of the game, not the tutorial or not the prototype. But Bud's in the house. What's up, Bud? So yeah, basically my volume 1 is almost done being thumbnailed, and I've got the lines first draft written and in their bubbles all the way up to this page 7. So I started going, okay, just keep thumbnailing. Just don't get stuck on writing the lines yet. Just keep moving through and get the art of it done. And then that can at least, be done. And then I can go back and start doing the text and the information. So yeah, once all of that is adjusted and everything is ready for rendering, then everything gets finalized, drawn, colored, and yeah, that'll be fun. So here I wanted to do this pose where our character is leaping kind of in action. So that's where I want the head kind of to focus. And I want that dynamic. Hope everybody's weekend is gonna be fun. You got guys gonna be safe and everything. I ended up being human this past week more than anything. Just cleaning and laundry and trying to think through a lot of this. And if Dwight pops in, we'll bring that in. But we are trying to get, I kind of mentioned it on Art Bros, our last Art Bros, but we are trying to get something to everybody that had donated or who had got a perk, regardless if you got your money back. We still wanted to say thank you, and this isn't the end. You'll see us again. Just a little thank you gesture. So, but Dwight's been moving along with some of the other game concepts that we have, like branch off things. I did mention the card game to you guys. We did talk about that. So, what am I on? Why is that? Okay, yeah, all right. I did mention about our card game that we got happening, and good news is it's working. Everything's working. Now it's just number balancing, but the functions work. There's a little bit of theming that we need to do, and then the plan, I believe, is taking it into a digital market this early seems a bit, risque. So we'll be developing it a little bit more, and it'd be fun to have an actual printable, tangible deck. So I'm trying to figure this pose out. I have no reference, so I've got to find this. So where this character is kind of on a platform, and I'm kind of bouncing between whether this is him or whether this is this character. It kind of translates like this is that character. So seems like I might be on my own thing here. But the last time we see that character is here. So he's flipping out, and then I gotta suddenly make him seem hot. Oh, there's Joe. Let's see if I can send Joe a little thing here. Actually, you know what? I'll throw it in here. Joe, if you want to jump in. But yeah, I'm just scribbling around, bro. So got that. Let's get my jaw in there so I can get that spine the shoulders. I'll have to scale them differently too once I get the form set. Do, 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 do. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, buddy?
Hello. What's up?
Hello, hello. Your volume's real low.
Oh, my mic is just.
Oh, there you go.
I got it on a crane. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm a professional. That's what people say when they come in my room, though. They're like, "Oh, you got a professional setup." It's like it's just one crane mic. I barely have anything in here.
I have a crane mic. It just gets in my way. That's what I was using in the beginning of, I guess, around this time last year when we started this channel. We're at episode 69 in almost a year. So all those dailies, man, all those pumping dailies.
That is correct.
I'm trying to get this dynamic leaping, like he's leaping to the aid of this watcher on the ground with a crystal sticking in his eye.
Nice.
So
this is what page? Somewhere in the middle.
I usually have the pages. 16.
Ooh, nice.
Page 16. So, you watched me. Did Joe bust open a box wine?
No, actually, I'm drinking bottle today. Bringing
bottle? Okay. See.
Yeah, I ran out of box wine, so I got some Malbec in a bottle this time. Nothing special.
I like that Joe practices the crane techniques.
That's correct. So something close to that I have to. I got a karate test tomorrow, and I have to practice.
So how do you practice? Do you sit there in the living room and do your
kind
forms?
I just practice in this room. I just can't. There's not a lot of room. So,
you should stream it.
Yeah, that would be so entertaining. However, tomorrow I got to do something close to a crane kick. It's called a nidongari, which is pretty much a double kick. It's the classic.
Like you throw your foot out for the first.
No,
kind of horizontal in the ground.
Not like a tornado. Yeah, just more like remember Akira in Virtua Fighter? He had one of those.
Yeah.
The double front kick.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of going to the side,
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's called a nidongari. So that's one I have to do. I got to stretch for that one, guys. You can tear a muscle.
You want to know why I got so good at the tornado kick?
Why? You got a lot of momentum. Got legs.
Well, but the Red Ranger. In the opening of the Power Rangers, like that's when I was doing Taekwondo.
Nice.
Was when I was when that was on. So in the opening, he does a tornado kick, and I was like, I gotta learn to do that. So when I was in Taekwondo, they were like, yeah, this, they actually taught me to throw one. I like the power sides though. Like Joe Rogan's all about that spin kick. I'm like, do a power side, dude.
What's your definition of power side?
You back step into before you bring your so your back foot steps backside of your front foot.
Yes,
and that gives you an extra step into your side kick.
Okay, it's like a
so you're not Rogan uses torque in the spin to deliver his shot because he launches it out from the side just like you're supposed to. But this power side just throws your whole body momentum so much further forward because you're not spinning.
Jeez, I'm hitting myself.
You're not whirling.
Yeah, I hear you. That's the weird part about martial arts. There's so many different ways to go. And every master will tell you their own history.
Nidongari. It sounds like sushi. You got me hungry now.
Dude,
I got pizza. I got pizza. It's
no,
Friday.
We usually do celebrate with some Japanese food. If I pass the test. So we'll see. We will. And I will sweep the leg. I promise you. No mercy at my dojo. We're actually getting back to maybe doing some Kumite stuff. So that's going to be weird.
You know, I got took to the principal's office in 6th grade for doing the backside leg sweep.
Really?
Yeah. This kid got mad at me, and we were playing football, during recess, and I ran the wrong direction because we all do,
Right.
And so he got mad at me, and he grabbed me by the throat, and I did the weave. The over under, and then when I lunged it like that, it broke him from my neck, and I followed through and leg sweeped him. Cool thing was he was a Mortal Kombat fan and loved that, and we were friends afterwards.
That will do it. I imagine.
But his mom had me in the principal's office.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah, dude. That over under works.
It does. Like they always like.
Well, y'all do it.
Pyramid. What's up, Dwight?
What's going on?
You sound like you're.
Oh, just being late.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. So you're driving, I take it?
I am taking a leisurely stroll and being safe. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So yeah.
So how's the book? How's the comic book coming?
I'm working on 16 now. I've got half the line. All right. So Joe, I'm going to go through it with you too. So I'm not showing everything, and none of the lines are on this, and all this is scribbles. So, but I got Act 1 and Act 2 basically set. My Act 3 for this Volume 1 will be, those 24 pages.
Wait, say that again.
The 24. You were telling me like the 24 pages is a good first time.
I mean, that's a normal issue size, so it's a good
yeah.
first thing to do. Yeah.
So that I'm right now working on the beginning of Act 3. So
okay, within the 24.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I've already kind of started Act 3.
Yeah, don't be giving all this away, dude. There's so much there.
Nah.
I'm sure somebody's going to get spoiled. No, I imagine if they cared enough to do that, they'd screenshot it and print it themselves at 480p.
Yeah.
Can you not do 26 pages?
Exactly. But
you can do whatever pages you want. But yeah.
That's
what, Dwight? Your signal, your leisurely stroll doesn't hold signal well.
Just 24 sounds average.
24 sounds average. Did you hear that?
Hey, 20, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's
anyway,
what I heard
24
too.
sounds average.
24 is average. However,
I could have went, but when I was talking to Joe about that, he was like, it's the pacing. Once you get the thumbnails down, then we'll work with the pacing. And I was like, right, if this is getting a lot bigger, I got to move and do all this extra stuff to get to the actual end of this. Then the pacing would be difficult to balance throughout the first issue.
Not only that, is if you read this and it feels like it's rushed, you might add pages, you might do things like that.
Right. So,
and then are you doing
nothing average? Are you talking about a centerfold page? No.
Fold out?
Fold?
Yeah. No.
Well,
not doing one.
Yeah, I haven't seen a CG campaign do that yet. I haven't seen any.
I have.
You've seen an indie guy do it?
Yeah.
Which book?
Zade Comics in their Lost Stories.
Oh, really? They have one in the Lost Pages?
Yeah, in the Lost Pages, right.
Yeah.
It's right in the center.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me get some me get some links up in here. Let's spread the word.
I just
You
don't
know, I'm
like.
just playing with you. I'm just trying to kind of get y'all riled up.
Yeah, no worries. I wish you were here for real, drinking wine with me. You know what I mean? But you're not.
No.
Oh, give me about 5 minutes.
Stroll faster. Let's see.
So yeah, I did demonstrate earlier, Joe, how you wanted me to do thumbnails, and how much faster they could go if I did them,
Yes.
Guy here, he has a sword, he has a staff, give him a wizard hat, get the cloak blowing, and then the Balrog.
Well, the best part about those is
then you get the bridge there, and then it's done, and then I move on to the next one. So
it's a pretty cool Balrog. I was going to say you can actually read those from far away, though. That's the point of them.
Yeah.
Like if you pull out on yours right now, I can't read them. They're too detailed,
too granular. Right. So, like you were saying, if they try to screenshot
it, right, you're not going to be able to do it, obviously.
Yeah.
But, D says pacing is key. You don't want to rush the double front kick. No, indeed. Well, you'll know. I'll if I rush it, I won't pass the test tomorrow, and I'll be drinking an extra box of wine next week.
I'm just disappointed because I was trying to get Jay to put some retro stuff in this, like the back page of Mad Comics where you'd fold it in a third and put the crease in and see a different, see a hidden picture.
Oh, cool! Yeah, those are cool.
Well, like Joe said, by the end of this, we may be adding things.
Yeah. Well, he's got a different cover for his comic, which actually turned out really good. So
yeah,
are you doing any different cover pages or no?
I haven't talked to any artists about doing any yet. Joe.
That's probably a key. You don't want me. What you want is, I'll do it. But
I know somebody.
You want somebody more famous than I. I think that's the whole point of the variant is like you're grabbing. I would have a cool take on your stuff, which is I'm actually excited to do one for you. Well, but I would say for your cover, do somebody else.
Hell yeah, get Lucifer to do your cover. Get him to do an alternate cover.
That's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
I was my first thought was try to see if I could swindle Blousecroft into doing one, but
oh man, that'd be a hard push.
That's what I mean, but maybe
you probably could get
maybe Lucy would do it.
Oh, he would definitely do it if he had a little bit of time. So he's got a hard push on his book for some reason. I don't know why he's trying to fulfill his book by like summer or something.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of where I'm kind of gearing at too. So
let me throw some of this in here. You can still get the launch pages that we were talking about before. This is the other Zade. The other Zade coming. Here's a link for them, and I'll throw in some other links of the people that we've been talking about. Maybe Noah can help me out if he's got some time. Anybody that wrenches want to help me out? Who else is here? Collision, you still on?
I think you're the only wrench, bro.
No, Noah's here, bro.
I did give Noah a wrench.
Yes, okay. And Collision's here as well. Just haven't.
Yeah, she's got a wrench.
So yeah, but here's the thing: you want to ask people that you think. There he is. He showed up.
Wow.
That's a Texan right there. You know when you see a Texan. You're muted though.
Almost looks like Alex Jones a bit.
Hey. Make drugs happy. Hold on.
Oh wow.
They're hungry.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hear them. Whoa.
Oh man. They're grumbling.
Yeah, I got frogs outside my place too right now, and that was my first gripe with me getting this apartment. Like the first day we slept, we couldn't sleep. It was like some sort of my cousin Vinny kind of scene.
Yeah, no, that was the Alex Jones reference. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, these aren't frogs.
Oh, I literally couldn't see because they're so small.
They're deer, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how small. Jeremy didn't make your screen big, so I couldn't tell.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Sorry, it's all good. You don't have to, but I don't want to disturb your flow.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this hand not to look like a bankrupt hand.
They give me a second. I couldn't flip my camera, so yeah, here you go.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Holy moly!
How do I just like?
Yeah, they're
throw
like
him
West
up
Texas rats.
You grab his thing. There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. There they are.
Wow.
Yeah. That ain't too bad.
It's pretty awesome.
It's quaint.
It's quaint. So, I was gonna say little Noah. Noah knows. Noah knows my cousin Vinny. That's good.
So yeah. That's so Dwight.
Yeah.
I got to talk to you after the stream because, guys, like I said, I hinted at it in Art Bros a bit, but I need to make sure everything's set together. And at least by next episode, next week, you all will know what be happening.
What be?
What be happening.
So, I mean, I've been waiting on
Me.
when we were going to make that order. Yeah.
Right. And it's waiting on me.
All right.
So,
So I can share a little bit of my update on my my motorcycle later on.
Did we get
cool.
bike patches yet or what?
Yep, we got patches.
We got patches, yeah. I actually put in the order today
Sweet.
for them, so hopefully we get them soon. Well, they'll send me a proof to make sure they didn't screw this up, but we'll see. I told them specifically, I was like, do not skew and stretch this image.
Right. Do you have to specify that?
You shouldn't have to, but I've never worked with them before, so you kind of have to.
Gotta be clear.
You better tell them to get it right.
Yep, indeed. And
or you'll have Dwight call them. What is he doing?
I don't know,
dude. What are you doing?
I'm getting stuff ready. What are you doing? Hey.
Has he got a Texas shirt on?
Yeah, dude, that guy can't get more red, white, and blue right now.
Yeah, he's all about it right now.
Like an American rainbow, dude.
This dude. Look at this dude.
It's called khaki.
It's called khaki. Oh, it's state capital camouflage.
Oh yeah. I'm on the team.
Oh.
Let's see here. Horrible. Trying to find the right.
Is it too soon? No. These are not pencils. These are me getting my pencil set nicely. Like, I don't know how to answer that question because this is not what I would consider pencils, but this is what you all consider pencils. Jeremy, this is just like gesture pushed a bit further.
Your pencil's just too small.
He's got a point, bro. Maybe your size of your pencil.
Send me a shirt like that, Dwight. My pencil might get a little bigger.
Hey, all the pencils are bigger down here.
Only in Texas, man.
Like I said, Noah, since I'm doing the work now in a very the pressure's off, I can get it right or some way right. And then when I go into the pencils, it's just a lot less work I have to do then when the pressure's on. Right. So that's it. If I can go ahead and draw a hand, I'm going to go ahead and draw a hand. Should I check it with a photograph and make sure that everything's perfect on it? Yeah, probably. So or, you know, pose my own hand and try to find it. Yeah, for sure. But
All right, so back to what you're drawing.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
that's
I was
what
waiting
I'm
for the-
doing. So Dwight, what are we need to get Joe to try out the card game. So that's something else I need to do, is actually write the rules down tangibly and have you kind of play a prototype of what we got.
That I can do.
So, I mean, do we do?
Oh, we have a few more steps that we've been talking.
Don't have iOS, so
Right. But I can get some iOS devices from a friend. I think Collision Bomb said she might have a couple, so it's like, okay, so I can, but they're older ones.
I don't think that'll matter. The idea is just to have something.
Cool.
Yeah. You can't get me in trouble anymore.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Inside joke with Noah and the fairies.
Oh, really?
Well, it wasn't funny. Just,
Yeah, that shirt is though.
I like it.
It is khaki on the front.
Yeah, it is a nice shirt.
You go fishing in it?
It is a fishing shirt. This is one of the shirts they gave me when I went on that veteran trip a few weeks ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
Emotional, but yeah, cool.
It was a darn program, man. They did a really good job, and
Yeah.
so a little bit on that, just to bring Joe in on that. So there's a place here in Midland, Texas, that got started nonprofit about 13 years ago, and 4 times a year they gather up to 6 veterans together and take them out for the weekend and take them down to Del Rio, which is about 3 hours south of here, on the border, but at Lincoln. And so they take us down together and house us for the weekend.
Oh, nice.
Get us together. You know, most of the time vets that, you know, don't know each other. There are times that they've brought vets together that, you know, haven't seen each other since, you know, boot camp or something like that. They'll get us all together and take us on a fishing trip. So,
Oh, wow.
and then rig us up with the fishing gear and, you know, shirts, hats, some other swag, cups and stuff like that. But mostly just getting us together to interact with each other. So, I mean, it's a good thing. So
is that free for you guys? Is this
yeah, all expenses paid. So they fly the guys and girls, they fly them into Midland, all taken care of.
I wonder if your brother knows about that, Joe.
I don't think he will. I mean, he hasn't mentioned something like that to me, but he doesn't mention a lot to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So the outfit is called Real Thanks, REELTHANX.
Okay. With an X.
And so it's thanks with an X instead.
Okay.
And
Real Thanks.
And so, or actually instead of the KS, it's an X. And so it's realthanks.org. And if he checks them out,
okay, he
could fill out and apply on the website and tell us.
Yeah, that'd be cool for Bud too.
They'd fly him down. Bud too, yes.
Dude, I will definitely mention this to him. He'd be down.
Just they've brought Vietnam vets. They've brought, you know, Iraq. So I think they try to do similar era, but most of the time for us, I mean, even Iraq vets and Vietnam vets, we get along. It's just there's stories that the Vietnam guys say and talk about that I can't understand just because I wasn't there. And then there's stuff for us that they don't. So becomes a mutual respect. But anyway,
What's up, Jedi?
really good trip and really good outfit. So I'm excited. So good news is now, since I've been and now I'm on the alumni team, I can go back. So I plan to go back and then volunteer and help the next crew and the next veterans that show up, so that help keep this going and help keep it supported.
Nice. So that was like a good experience overall, just like being able to chat it out.
Yeah.
And my favorite Pink Floyd album is Shine On Crazy Diamond.
Mine's Animals.
It's a good one. I would say Uma Guma, but I mean that's like their very first one, I think, or like one of their first ones.
I don't know actually.
And I think to me it's just too far out there.
Let me look at the wiki.
To me, I really either that or darn it, what was the other one?
Hey, Art Jedi, check this out while Dwight's talking. Go ahead.
But darn,
I am almost done getting my first comic.
That's gonna be cool.
After Joe has shown me the light. All right, now I'm starting to over-render this just because I'm having fun with the pose now. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, this is like we were saying before. This is a little bit heavier than what we would say an initial pass would be, but to each their own, bro. The problem with doing it a little bit detailed is now all the changes. You did it so quick, so it doesn't really matter. But
right,
but the less details is going to read better for you.
Let's see. For those who don't know, one day me and Nefarious got what was it about fractals? And see, that's what was bad, dude. So we don't do that here. That's not what
you got in a rant on it. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's some of the stuff that like we've been doing even on the game. If you see some of the stuff in the background, the details that start to get you so far in. I mean, there's times where you're almost stopping and looking around and getting kind of
but there could be like visual fatigue too. Like there's just too much there. People can't really discern certain things out. So there's filters. Oh, by the way, Joe has his cards on the table.
Oh yeah, this is coming soon. This is the 7-inch by 3.5 by 3-inch tall burner bike that we are going to be launching soon on the campaign. Trying to find a good price point right now. We're waiting for a guy to come back with a paint job, see if that works. Otherwise, it'll be going out unpainted, and then you can paint it yourself.
Where was it on the top tier?
Huh? What'd you say?
It's not on there yet.
It's not on there yet.
We're gonna have to talk, man.
Sorry, man. This was I was trying to get this guy, Dead Sun Prime, who did this bike, to jump on board early on, but you know how it goes. When you don't see people putting in money right away, like people move slower when they don't see the money's involved.
Then you leave an open slot for like a mystery gift.
Yeah. So I think this is probably going to be unpainted. If it is unpainted, we're gonna aim for like $60. That's because I put it out on a poll, and a lot of people didn't like the price of $75, and 60 makes it pretty tight, but I can do it.
How big is the model?
Huge, 7-inch long, 3.5-inch high. It's big.
I'll just
not going larger or not going. They wouldn't go more than $80, $70. You said 70.
The small poll that I did, it seemed like a lot of people wanted it either painted or cheaper. So
right.
So this is, I think they look awesome. Like this is with a cool cyberpunk lighting setup, but it comes in this really cyberpunk gunmetal gray, and because that's with the primer on it. So it looks just dirty, man. It looks awesome. So I feel like regardless if you paint it or not, you're gonna be like, this is something to put on the shelf. It looks like it's straight out of some sort of the grungy underbelly of Blade Runner.
It does look gnarly.
I'll get one and just have Jay paint it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. I need to get my print, or I need to get a print from Harry of my Taj, and so I can get it. I mean, there's one printed. I just don't know. We haven't talked about getting it shipped over here, but I'd like to go ahead and paint one.
We need to talk about outside of this. We need to talk about what that cost, and then I wouldn't mind getting it too.
Right. No, he'd probably love the business.
Yeah.
All right. So my next shot over here.
Sorry, Jedi saying he likes Superman after watching Man of Steel. I'm sorry to interrupt. Jedi, I'm glad you like Man of Steel because I love Superman. However, it's not the best. I'd watch Roger Moore's original. If you have not seen that, go watch the original Superman. I think it's a better take than Man of Steel, but Man of Steel does have that cool action, almost like this realistic take on the action. So, plus, who doesn't like Russell Crowe? You know,
who doesn't like Russell Crowe?
Yeah. If you don't like Russell Crowe, even in his fat form, you know, something's wrong with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's one of the only actors that's really let himself go besides Val.
Val.
That's disturbing, man.
What?
So, dude, we talked. I think it was on Nefarious's stream that they were going to be redoing Willow, and we were like, "No, don't bring back Val Kilmer for that. That'll ruin Mad Mardigan."
The fat shopkeeper or something, you know. I mean, like it. Oh my. So,
is it possible Beckon's story can go as dark as Berserker, sir? It gets a bit darker.
Does it? Darker than Berserker?
Well, all right. If you're talking like blood, hold on. If you're talking about bloody, no, it ain't gonna get like bloody.
I mean, Berserker gets nuts though.
Oh, I know that some of the darker themes of the early stuff. I didn't get into the later stuff, so
Dude,
maybe that comment was a little bit.
Let me go find the David Raposa banner, and it'll just give you inkling at like where it goes.
All right. This sounds like a fun experiment. I mean, I do have some blood coming out of the dude's eyeball here. We do see a knife hitting I can't show you guys all that stuff.
Yeah, but that's not. I know some of the stuff I think that you're talking about. That I mean, it's got some darkness to
it. Yeah, I've seen. I know some pretty disturbing things, and no, Beckon's not hitting those type of themes.
Well,
definitely not.
I mean, pretty much. I don't know all the things that happen with Berserk, but it does get crazy where they're just dealing with like cosmic kind of demonic forces.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah. No, it gets dark.
Okay.
Yeah. Then it goes into stuff. Yeah, it gets into some stuff.
I will bring up Dave Raposa's art anyway because it's awesome. But
let's say if you ever played Final Fantasy VI, the bad guy wins in that, and like the themes that they're talking to each other, it's still Super Nintendo graphics or whatever, but the themes that they're talking about, the despair, all that stuff. But then if you're looking for like that cosmic horror type, just neglect or like H.R. Giger, or the Alien franchise and stuff, like, or like what they did with Prometheus. It's like, yeah, like I'm going those directions.
Yeah, I think you definitely from what I've heard, it seems like you can like depending on how you depict it, I think it can equal what we're talking about here. However, I am sharing a screen with some of these images that Dave Raposa did. He paints like a nut show, and we can just look at some of this. This is from
okay, not that bad. My watchers. I got my watchers.
We share those watchers.
These faces kind of remind me of. Let me bring them up. Maybe this is the wrong music to look at some decrepit art.
Well, yeah, you switch me out. You're still got my screen up.
No, hold on. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, the watchers.
Stop staring, dude.
What?
I'm not talking. Not talking to you. Sorry, I'll pull it off. The Tevanot has not said a word in a while, and
Well, I mean, it's hard to fit an word in edgewise with you two.
I'm sorry. We're
You start geeking out about some darkness of Berserker, and it just starts getting pretty
we
far.
devolve. Yeah, that's definitely reminiscent.
Getting in the range.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Actually, very close to the Falcon dudes.
Yeah, like I got some stuff happening here.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
I got some stuff happening. But as far as this first version, yeah, this stuff got a little gnarly. You know.
Gnarly.
Well, there was a piece of it, like he was saying, even for the storyline that Beckon's going on, it's kind of more in that kid realm, at least at first. So I mean, there's going to be some, but not as much. Just it kind of escalates and starts to bring you in. I think there's a little bit of stuff that starts to get dark at the end, but you know, we're kind of that's that escalator there. That's that roller coaster, right? On that very beginning and tick as you're going up to the top, trying to get to the top of that first drop. You know,
for sure. It's a progression. Jeremy, do you have an idea when you're going to do the pre-launch page eventually?
The pre-launch page, basically when I'm halfway through rendering, like halfway through my final render of this thing, I'll start kicking up that pre-launch page. Probably I need to set that up earlier than that because I need to drum up the emails. I need to get the email collection and everything.
Just do it by time. So like, how long does it take you if it takes you 6 months to do the half of the renders, then do it. But I would say it ain't going to take me that long. Give it 4 or 5 months worth of time to drum up stuff. So whatever amount of time that takes for you to do the art, it could be, you could launch it next week and just be prepared to launch in 6 months or whatever.
Well, then I need to finish some of these images so I can add some images to show. Right?
Yes, that would be that'd be good, or a cover or something. Yeah, whatever it'd be.
Yeah.
I would say a lot of people, once you have all these thumbnailed out, I think the next job is to get you a few promo images.
Right.
Faux show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I showed the bike and I didn't give a link to Star Circuit. What am I?
Oh, and I'm also kind of disappointed, man, that not even a T-shirt in your top tier.
Who?
You.
Oh, I got a T-shirt in my top tier. You getting one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind, man.
Did you?
Good job.
I thought you put it in your size.
Jeremy, what's your new plan for the Beckon game? I'm glad you asked. Let's see. Hold on, Mr. Jedi. Oh wow, that's beautiful. The God Hand inspired by Hellraiser for sure, right? Right. Oh yeah. So I was kind of inspired a little bit of like Never Ending Story. And if you ever watched Return to Oz, the witch that could switch her face out and stuff, that was crazy. So that's where, and then a Cradle of Filth video that I saw when I was a teenager. So that's what made the Watchers. So, and then
him and age.
Yeah. But plan for Beckon is. The idea is that we drum up the lore. We're putting the lore out there in these comic book forms to get you guys a little bit more attached to it, build up more of a fandom, get you guys more familiar with everything so it doesn't feel so chancy. We get to fulfill and, basically start our reputation that hey, you invest in us, you'll get some product. If you believe in this, we'll be able to do it and fulfill, and this will be a great business venture for us to keep moving. So the idea is 68 was too much. without a fandom. Even trying to do it again at 68 would be almost not a really good business decision, not on my end. So I was thinking, I've been seeing a lot of indie games just break their games up into chunks. Now, I hate personally to do that to my first baby game because I personally hate it when the games are in chunks, right? It's more inconvenient. But when you're talking about finances and what's possible to be made at a certain time and be able to fulfill and fundraise at a lower goal than 68, it seems like we're going to have to go maybe by chapter. And I even thought I would love just to do like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Then I feel a little bit more that it's complete. The idea is kind of coming off of the Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition. They broke the whole game up into, I think, 15 chapters. So your first chapter was like $2.99. Your second chapter, or no. Your first chapter was free. Your second chapter was free. I think your third chapter was $1.99. And then like your final two chapters were like $2.99. So by the end, you spent like $20 on the game. Now don't check my math there, but you know what I'm saying. Like it adds up to a $20 game by the time you've bought all the chapters. So it allows you to play the game a little bit as much as you want to, if you want to go for. So that was kind of a way that I was looking at. I'm seeing a lot of people put out part ones or chapter ones or things like that. So maybe that's kind of what I'm looking at as coming back at it. And that depends on how big it is. The stretch goals may actually be like, if we can hit this stretch goal, then we'll just do the whole game, but there would be no reason to break it up because we already have the plans for it. We already know how to, what we're building. So we were already prepared to have to build the whole thing if it hit. So hope that answered the question.
I'm sure it will.
What was the question?
What was the plan for Beckoned?
What was the question?
Don't go into that long explanation again. Spare us.
Spare.
Dark Crystal 2, man. Lots of Dark Crystal influence.
Yeah, that even when that kind of came about, Jeremy's like, "Oh man, have you seen that yet?" I was like, "No." Yeah. Then I watched.
No, well, I remember the old one. I get
that. I get
that. Yeah,
that.
but the new one that was out on.
And I'm like, "Oh, wow." So it started to kind of have some similarities to it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I love those, 80s fantasies. I mean, that's probably my favorite Tom Cruise movie is Legend. The one with the big giant devil horn bad guy.
I'll give that a pass.
Yeah. It was in the golden age of prosthetics. And,
well, that was before he got his nose fixed, so maybe.
Oh, his teeth are he looks like part of the royal family in that movie.
Maybe that
he does. Now mine aren't perfect, but I'm not Tom Cruise either.
But I'll keep my comments to myself.
The next installment launch is summer 22, Joe?
Yes, that's the plan. The plan is to release Star Circuit now in the next couple of months. You'll get your books by June, and then I start working for a year on the next 3 chapters in one bulk. Will be like 75 to 100 pages, and then you get your next check. That's the plan. That's pushing it hard, but I think that's doable. We'll see. Hopefully I don't have to delay that. Depending on you never know. Like if the day job, like, dude, last year the day job had me like all of May working like 60-hour weeks. So like, there's impossible to do any art after that. So if that happens again, it just will delay it. No way around it.
Just blame COVID.
I could, yes.
Blame the vaccinations.
Well, I mean, to be honest, that is kind of what hurt us was COVID, because our plan when we started all this was we were going to be going to shows, we were going to be having a booth, we were going to be showing it to people and putting a controller in their hand, and then playing it and giving us feedback, and just making the rounds in person. But yeah, when COVID happened, we had to go full digital. So that's when the YouTube channel started, and I just started learning how to get all my Biggs is in here, to talk to people through Twitter and utilize, all these things to get together with people. Hey, Mo, check this out.
Well, now turn around and how many episodes you have under you?
Show him a close-up of some of the monkeys. He loves monkeys, dude.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right.
Show him a good monkey. Yeah, there we go. Check that out.
And then
stabbing some straight in the heart.
Stabby monkeys.
Yeah, dude. Mm-hmm.
Stabby monkeys.
Monkey.
I
said, get out of here, monkey.
That's some top tier monkeys.
That's right. So I wonder, I don't know. Is Mo planning to write the AR orangutan thing? Book?
I hope he wants to do a Metal Slug video game, or Metal Slug style AR orangutan. But yeah,
it would be fun.
I would like. I hope it ends up doing something soon. All right, so I'm having already problems with my framing. So
I was going to say before we got knocked out of something.
Yeah,
before I forget.
We got 3 minutes.
I was going to say, keep in mind your framings, because it's been a while since I said it. But yeah, keep in mind your framings for bubbles. I don't know where words will be, but generally this is a mistake I made throughout many of my first comics. Even Star Circuit, I made this mistake. But
that's what we've been talking about, right? So these are kind of my first draft, words. So these probably won't stay, but they're keeping me in the flow. They're having me experiment with where I had planned to put bubbles at because the composition details, So like up here, I've got another watcher up in the upper corner in the background. I got this guy here. I've got Nightmare Eater here with the apparatus. I thought about that composition because you had told me before. Keep that in mind is where your bubbles are going to go.
Indeed.
So that one was just the only one that kind of went a little weird with me. I could pull it out to the side here, but that's starting to take it outside that focus centered, So I was like, just stick it right there. It leads the eye right into there. And that's actually a left page. So, but yeah.
Indeed. No, always just keep in mind. For me, it's a natural thing to fill out the frame, just like you probably are here. Try to leave room at the top, though. Like comics just read better, and the bubbles and captions are toward the top. As you go, just keep that one thing in mind. Just like I would actually write it on a post-it note or something. Keep it near you because it'll remind you. Like, oh, let me just remember this one little thing.
Say it real quick.
Just leave room toward the top of some of the panels where there's a lot of words. Yeah.
So on top of that, though, I mean, is this something where that whole less is more plays into account or not as much?
With the words, I'd imagine so. With the imagery, you're an illustrator. You're actually having to tell quite a lot with an image or series sequential images, so there's like Joe was saying to me before is cuts, like moving from one character to the next or this scene to the next takes these pretty ingenious techniques to make it seem seamless and not jar or just jerk the reader around. So already kind of playing a little bit with that with some of this, but it is all happening around the same event. So try not to swing the characters we're following too much.
Yeah, no swingers.
But I'm cha. And on that note, guys, thank you very much. But that does seem to be the end of our episode tonight, guys. Karatapano, thanks for showing up. Dwight, thanks for showing up. Guys, like I said, by next week, Next Friday, we'll give you guys a bit more detail. Sorry it's taking so long, but there you all just saw the reason. So we're still moving, still working. Joe, you still cranking Star Circuit too, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
We threw your links down in the
Yes.
chat, right?
Well, I threw my links, but
okay, good. Sorry,
it's okay. I mean, I don't expect you to.
Okay.
However, I got a week left, just the last thing. So
1 week. And you're closing out on Bang Cross.
I am closing out on Bang Cross, so you can go up to the wire. Sometime this week we will launch the perks, so keep an eye out on my Twitter, Catapano Art on Twitter, to look out for when I launch the perks for the motorcycle, the model.
You should have a painted version.
We're working on that. We're seeing if this guy's good enough. But it's hard.
Joe, send me a test print, buddy. Even a tiny one. Even a tiny one.
Okay. Well,
because I've got the enamels.
I just know how much you have on your plate, so I didn't want to do that.
Look at him. I love him. I love him.
Legitimately.
That's odd jobs, Joe.
That is true. Let me see how this guy comes out, because his deadline's tomorrow.
No pressure. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for showing up. I love seeing everybody showing up tonight. Noah, thank you so much. Art Jedi, Collision Bomb, always in the house. Mo Biggs, thank you so much for showing up tonight. Bud, always good to have you in with us. Reese, it's good to see your face again. And then Smoogle S. That's a new face right there. Welcome, and you're welcome back anytime, man. That's been great. Am I missing anybody? I don't think I'm missing anybody. And no, D Hauser. I can't miss handsome face D. So, all right, guys, thank you all so much. Check out Art Bros. Subscribe, hit all that stuff. Help us support, help us grow. We got Twitters, we got Instagrams, we got Facebooks. You all know the drills. Help us out. All right, good night, guys.
Night.